Peace to the family, peace to my comrades, and always smoke to the enemy. Family, we are coming off what was supposed to be one of the best boxing cards that American boxing at least has ever seen. But I have a question for you. Do you all feel, as boxing fans, the way we felt last weekend when Conor Benn fought Chris Eubank Jr.? The electricity around that event and the night of, that we felt thousands of miles away in America, just watching it on your laptop, on your phone, on your television. Did the fight last night rival UK's boxing event? As an American boxing fan, you know I have to call right and I have to call wrong. I have to call it straight. And to be honest with you, family, I don't believe that our event last night held up. I believe many of us were tuning in to see either will Devin Haney pass his test or will Ryan Garcia pass his test. But the fights, did they live up to what we thought it was going to be? We have another fight. We have Canelo versus Skull. Those aren't even American boxers, even though the fight will be in America. So we have some work to do. Can't you all see that you are losing your stock and your value because of the cowardice, the tribalism, the racism, and American capitalism in the sport of boxing? We have some of the best boxing talent in the world. Are we using that talent? Are we taking advantage of that talent? Or are we allowing the boxing elites of American boxing, through promoters, through networks, allowing them to cash in as much as possible and then dumping them to the side? These are businessmen, business networks. HBO and Showtime has shown you that if you all don't bring in the views and don't bring in the money, they will dump you. They will dump you like one of the best athletes that just got recruited in the NFL draft that leaves his high school sweetheart. They will kick you to the curb and not look back. How long has it been since we've seen boxing on HBO the way we did in the 90s? Think about it. We used to have fights almost 3 times in 1 week. Whether it was Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, and if it was a pay-per-view event, Saturday. Do you see what is happening? So that's one thing. I made up my mind a while ago. I will not argue with people who are not really fans. Look how all you cowards who disappeared last night, all of you wicked, spineless men and women, black, white, and Mexican, in this country that rooted against your own countrymen. Not only rooted against your own countrymen, you made it okay for a cheat to do what he did. Now I want to ask you a question. How many of you think Ryan Garcia is going to try to get out of the rematch with Devin the Dream Haney. Think, people. They are playing games right in front of you. And some of you are too hateful and stupid to see what is happening. Trust me, for years it hurt my heart for what I saw happening in American boxing because I know the history. But what I'm understanding now is many of you don't know the history. And if you do, you do not care. You do not care about the boxers who have lost their lives in the sport. You do not care about the boxers who paved the way for boxing to be integrated. You do not care about the people who paid their blood, paid in blood for us to get to this point. All you care about is your favorite fighter. All you care about is your man crush. These are cowards. These are not real boxing fans. Well, what are you saying, Coach Hudson? Are you saying because we don't like Devin Haney, we're not a real boxing fan? No. And if for those of you who just thought like that, because I know you did, and I know you're saying it, because anytime this conversation comes up, you all flood people's comments, you flood people's chats, saying, well, can we not be fans of this person? You need to be a fan of the sport. Just like when you are on your spiritual journey, you do not idolize the preacher that's giving the message, the imam that's giving the message, the priest that's giving the message. You take the information that they are giving you, but you follow God and God alone. You don't follow any man blindly. The sport of boxing should be the same way. If Devin the Dream Haney started doing some BS, I will be on his head as well. But he, the youngest undisputed champion of the four-belt era, has done everything he needs to do to try to be the best. And what you all don't even see is that whole thing with Ryan Garcia and him cheating pushed us 3 years back. The crap that we have going on in the 135 division. And I know what I'm saying. Devin the Dream Haney is no longer in that division. We're moving forward. Some of you are so envious and retarded. You try to pick the smallest thing you disagree on and make it into a big thing and not hear the message that is coming across. The 135 division should have been putting on super fights for the last 3 years straight. But we have not got that. So what is happening? We are in the time of Armageddon in the sport of boxing. When the good book says that there will be rumors of wars between nations, we're already past that. The way that we debate, we're no longer debating about who's the better boxer. We are debating about who you like better. We are debating about whose father you like better or whose father you don't like. We are in the time of Armageddon. And only those who are the truth will stand up and be the last man standing at that. Now watch what's about to happen. Everyone is about to jump ship and play the same trick that they've been playing. Go watch the Rolly Romero press conference. Instead of the press conference being about Ryan Garcia not being prepared, Ryan Garcia looking completely different from his last fight, they made it about Rolly Romero thinking that Devin Haney's fight put him to sleep. Devin the Dream Haney came and did what he was supposed to do. And you all didn't even interview him after his fight. If I was Devin the Dream Haney, first off, if Ryan Garcia tries to get out the fight, take him back to court the same way Deontay Wilder had to take Tyson Fury back to court to get the rematch. Yeah, same old tricks, same old games you're playing, but that small time crap will not work on those who know what's going on. If we would stick together in American boxing, we could rise to stop. But what we have allowed to happen is because you, especially our own. Now let me address the Black American boxing fan for a second, because I've been holding my peace as long as possible concerning you. Those of you who have been in our community over the last year, because you like Tank Davis over Devin the Dream Haney, I have heard you say you were okay with that beating happening because you don't like him. Or you okay with Ryan Garcia doing what he did to Devin Haney because you like another fighter more than Devin Haney. Now question, where the hell have you all been the last 16 hours? It seems you all have disappeared. Those of you who I've seen in my brother Drew Titan's chat, in the General's chat, in Champ Size chat, in Blue Bloods chat, every day for the last year, you disappeared last night. Bring your Sambo Uncle Tom ass to the front, because I need to talk to you for a second. You should be ashamed of yourself because you were complicit in the lynching of a brother that looks like you. You were complicit in a lynching that looks like your children, that looks like your cousins, your nephews, your brothers. And I hold you guilty. That's right, I said it last night. Get that stupid look off your damn face. So now they're going to flip the script and try to get on the Rolly Romero train. Stay on that side. You don't leave your post until you're properly relieved. So check it out. If you decided to be on that side, stay on that side until we decide to say, hey, it's all good, brothers and sisters. Y'all can come on back to this side. And that might not ever happen. Because what you all did the last year, and then the way you all showed how you still hate, even when Devin the Dream Haney did what he was supposed to do, you all are cowardice and spineless. So now you go back and hide under the rock until you find a boat you can jump on and ride that ship of hate, ride that ship of envy. If you hear the sound of my voice, listen to what I'm about to tell you. Boxing is the last sport that we have where we can take our best. They can be themselves, unapologetically themselves, beat another man with their skill on an equal playing field and hold their head high. You saw what the message the NFL just gave out, and some of you brothers and sisters still get on these platforms and root against your own for the wrong reasons. Hear me clear. There's nothing wrong with you being a fan of someone else. But when you say you are okay with seeing another person that comes from your tribe be treated a certain way, that is a problem. I have never heard a Mexican, heard a Cuban, heard an Eastern European that they were okay with their countrymen being abused or cheated against because they didn't like them. Now, they might have that discussion amongst themselves in private, but they're not going to get on social media and say it. They're not going to get in front of us and say it, but it seems that you all can't wait to say it. And then, how disgusting for Tarver, who grew up in a time where you had people like Larry Merchant and Jim Lampley, who he was sitting next to and just being disgusting last night. Now, you know those fighters can sometimes hear the reporters at the table. So not only do you have the fighter having to focus on the enemy in the ring, they hear you in their ear as well. While you're trying to implement a game plan, he hears you in the side of his ear. We have to get them from among us. Devin the Dream Haney. All American boxing elites. Think about it. Think about it. Jose Ramirez was almost an undisputed champion, and he did not get the support that Ryan Garcia has gotten. They treated Ryan Garcia last night like he was Mother Teresa. Like he's done something. And then when he got beat, everybody walking around with that stupid look on their face. Looking like you just saw your puppy get hit in the street. The rest of the world, look around and what's going on. The time is changing. So those of you who try to assimilate to the enemy's game plan, and you know what I'm saying, you will go down in history as the coward that you are portraying. When you root for someone and you completely disappear after they lose, after you cape for them for a whole year, you do not represent what boxing is supposed to represent. Honor, courage, integrity. You disappear just like the coward that you've been repping. Just like the cowards you've been repping. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You American boxing fans, the UK just laid a crap on us. Yep, there it is. I know the truth hurt. The UK just laid a dump on us. Because that card was not up to par. And I don't want to hear anything about what Devin Haney didn't do. If you wanted Devin the Dream Haney to fight like the main event, you should have made him the main event. If you wanted to see the best, you should have made the rematch immediately between Devin the Dream Haney versus Ryan Garcia. But that didn't happen. You all thought that if we put Tio against Barboza and Ryan against Rolly, they're going to put on a star-studded event. Fireworks. And it didn't happen. Tio did what he was supposed to do. Devin the Dream Haney did what he's supposed to do. But check it. Tio's fight, it wasn't fireworks. But you all did you hear the disgusting narrative that they were trying to paint? They said nothing about Tio's lack of towards the later rounds of his fight. They said nothing about that crap of Ryan Garcia put on. They barely even mentioned the knockdowns and the body shots he was getting hit with. So no, I won't let up. Nope. We had to hear you all's mouth the last year. So just know for the next few weeks, y'all gonna get it. You might as well close your door. Stay off of YouTube. Stay off of TikTok. Stay off of Instagram. Stay off of X. Because the truth tellers of boxing are about to speak. Whether you're black, whether you're Mexican, whether you're white, whether you're Eastern European. If you are a true boxing fan and you love the sweet science, you need to let freedom ring from the mountaintop and speak the truth in the sport of what's going on. You have to pull up the skirt of the devil sometimes and show what's under that damn dress. I'm pulling the cover off of you cowards. And if you black American boxing fans, if you have platforms, moving forward, we cannot allow this crap to be among us because it lowers our stock. It lowers how we look to the world. When we start saying, well, our best doesn't have to do this. Our best doesn't have to compete against the best. I'm sorry, we are not awarded that privilege. You are not awarded that privilege. God blessed us with greatness. And we don't get to do that. Now look what they're about to do. Looks like I'm about to rain on. God is the greatest. Look what they're about to do. During the fight, they were already trying to blame Derrick James. What kind of mess is that? Jim Lampley sending little sneak shots at Derrick James. And check it, y'all. Jim Lampley been doing this since the 70s. And he ain't been checked once. Brother coach Derrick James. All money ain't good money. Because they're about to throw you under the bus. You see the way Ryan Garcia was crying? Brother, they're about to throw you under the bus. And the only way you can get off from under that bus, you gonna need black people to come get you. There's a lesson in everything. And this is why we going to church this morning. No man can serve two masters. So those of you who are caping for, hey man, Derrick James is getting his money. Hey man, them brothers in the NFL don't need to say nothing. They just getting their money. It don't matter how much money you get. You cannot rise above the condition of your people. How many times do things need to happen? How many lynchings need to happen? How many brothers need to go to prison for you all to understand? Go to prison for the wrong reason. Being false accused. Justice not being served. How many times do things like this need to happen for you all to wake up? Everybody else get it. But you all think you sound intelligent when you go against your own. And they hype you up. Racist conservatives hype you up and say, well, see, yeah, that's a free thinking man. But as soon as the hate is over and they no longer can use you as a puppet, what do? See, they loved Ray Lewis in the NFL until he tried to take a knee in with his brothers. What did they do? The next week they had him apologizing. See? You see that? They started threatening some of his future endeavors where he was promised money and he had to go apologize. You see that? Listen, y'all. Think about it. They loved prime time when he was prime time, making them billions, winning games. They loved him then. And then when he became the face of a strong, independent black father, it became an issue. His confidence is now a problem. He is not humble enough. See? Look at that. Floyd Mayweather was great when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, hurting people. But then when he started talking that talk, the same way Conor McGregor talks his talk, Floyd needs to be humble. Ali needed to be humble. Jack Johnson needed to be humble. Devin the Dream Haney don't mess with nobody. The man barely talk. So they have to blame it on Bill who talks. If Bill didn't say nothing, you all would still find something to complain about. Because when Bill was at the first press conference for this fight and said nothing, you all still tried to lynch Devin the Dream Haney in the public eye of opinion. Y'all gonna get this work this morning. The devil don't change. People try to, but the devil's games don't change. So where y'all at? You've been silent since last night. All money ain't good money. You all need to understand when you all are being used as a puppet. You all need to understand that just because they're on your side now, because you're hating with them, does not mean you are their ally or their brother or sister. They will throw you under the bus as well, the way they're about to do to Derrick James, unfortunately. But he put himself in that position. So now he has to go back to his gym around a predominantly black city. A legendary trainer and coach, Derrick James, at the end of his legacy, how will he be remembered? All money ain't good money. How many more world-class fighters do you think will even go to anything related to him? So even if he has mentors that are junior coaches at his gym, how many world-class fighters do you think is going to go to him now? Brothers and sisters, all money is not good money. God is the best knower. You can take lessons from boxing and apply it to your life. The good book says that your enemies must be present when God blesses you, because he will prepare a table for you in front of your enemies. So Devin the Dream Haney is sitting there and he watches Rolly knock Ryan down with the same punch. The same exact punch that knocked him down a year ago by the cheater and racist Ryan Garcia. God is the best knower. Devin didn't talk that much trash. What does Devin say? God is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. If it's God's will, inshallah. A God-fearing champion. Don't smoke. Don't drink. Someone that our kids should be looking up to, but you all don't see that. But any other fighter that tries to play gangster, they put them in the front. That's who they want your kids to be like. And some of you are so ignorant. Y'all are too grown to be falling for this same crap. Any other time, you all are conscious, but you all don't see it when it comes to boxing. Any other time, you all have all these conspiracy theories, but you all don't see it when it becomes time to see it in the sport of boxing. This disgusting behavior will not be tolerated. I hope those of you from our tribe have learned your lesson. I hope you all don't make this mistake again. But if you do, you have to understand the smoke that's coming. Because no matter what happens with American boxing, whether UK takes over, let's say the Saudis take over, or let's say our fighters get their mind right. No matter what happens over the last 2 years, it's out there. It is permanently out there on audio, the stance that many of you took, and you will not be able to change it. So some of you, especially some of you brothers who have children, there are people that will be able to point out their fathers and mothers being complacent, being a co-conspirator in the hate towards our own. And that's set in stone and you can't change it. The only way you'll be able to change it is you would have to reach out to the content creators to delete it. And I doubt they're ever going to do that. You cannot serve two masters. So like I said, get that stupid look off your face. Get some food in your belly. Get your mind and your spirit right with God before you come back into the sport of boxing and call yourself an American boxing fan. See, Eastern Europeans can get away with that because they just say, hey, I'm Eastern European. I'm going for my fighter no matter what. Mexican boxing fans, it's getting to the point that not even you all can get away with it. Because guess what? A lot of your legends are coming forward and calling you out for the man fans that many of you are, for the bigots that many of you are. Your own Juan Manuel Marquez has called you out. Julio Cesar Chavez has called you out. They've called out Oscar. They've called out Alvarez. In love at that. And see, that is the difference. Lesson and message. Listen to this. If you are an adult, whether you a former fighter, coach, or just lover of boxing, go look at how the legends in the Mexican community that were boxers, not even just the Mexican, Roberto Duran, look at how they correct their own. Look at how they speak to their Latino and Latina brothers and sisters. And they talk about the warrior spirit that they have and how they should be fighting in the sport, calling out the best. But they do it in love. They say, hey, there's no beef, but listen, you stand on our shoulders. You don't get to represent Mexico. You don't get to say you have the Azteca warrior spirit and then get up here and act like a Spaniard and act like a colonizing Spaniard with a colonizing mindset, I should say. Let me make it very specific because I know how some of you like to gaslight and call someone a racist. That's not what's happening here. Let me be direct. Some of you get in a position after you stand on the shoulders of Mexican and black legends and start acting funny. Start acting like you have this privilege, this colonizing privilege. And that day is over. So we can critique each other within love and keep the conversation going. But that is not what's been happening. Shout out to Devin the Dream Haney. Shout out to Bill Haney being a great father. Shout out to Bill Haney not allowing you all to shut him up the way you all did Dion. And I got some news for you. Those of you who come to the sport and hate us, as long as we keep loving the black woman, you're going to have to deal with us for generations to come because we don't die, we multiply. God bless the sport of boxing. God bless our fighters. And God bless the truth tellers in the sport. And God bless you. Peace.